Good evening, everyone. I appreciate those that the cold did not keep away this evening. I tell everybody what a warm meditation it was. Welcome to those of you online as well. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to invite Ray to close the doors, knowing that Mikhail is going to be coming in that door any second. But we'll go ahead and get started anyway, because you guys are all here on time. I appreciate it. Take a deep breath with me. And on the exhale, allow yourself to become fully present to the moment. We were talking earlier as we were getting ready that there's so many people here in the South that are so worried about the cold on the outside. So many people worried about all of the cold that's out here. Tonight's meditation is going to be a sort of a confrontation as we confront the cold that is inside. And I'd like to use this poem. So as you once again take a deep breath, this poem by James Kinney that I first heard in my first year of seminary, that has stayed with me. Six human beings were trapped by happenstance in dark and bitter cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood, or so the stories told. Their dying fire was in need of logs, and the first man held his back. For on the faces around the fire, he noticed that one was black. The next man, looking across the way, saw one not of his church. He couldn't bring himself to give the fire his stick of birch. The third one sat in tattered clothes, and he gave his coat a hitch. Why should his log be used to warm the idle rich? The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth that he had in store, and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from sight. For all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. The last man of this forlorn group did not accept for gain, giving only to those who give. That's how he played his game. The logs held tight in death's still hands. It was proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without. They died from the cold within. And so as we enter this time and that space, let's warm the room, the gathering from the inside out. Continuing to breathe at your own pace, allow your body to become very relaxed and still. Allow the mind to become calm and centered and focused, peaceful, still, and calm. Allowing each breath to remind you that you are safe here. And as the body relaxes and the mind relaxes and every organ begins to slow down a little bit, the heart slows down, the breath slows down and gets deeper. And we know we're right where we need to be for the right experience. And from this relaxed place and this focused place, we ask ourselves the question tonight: where have I placed anyone outside of my heart? Who have I placed at arm's length away from my heart? Where have I made an exception to the oneness that we believe? Where have I made an exception to finding the face of God? Let's begin our journey into this first period of silence. with being the first one to take the step back and say it stops on my watch. I am the pattern interrupt, and I will refuse to return hate for hate, judgment for judgment. And so we pray, make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. As I give love, love I receive. As you feel led, please join your voice with mine. Make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. As I give love, as I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free, as I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me. We are the first one to take the step. We're the first one to offer a hand. And whether the hand comes back or the love comes back makes no difference. We will bring the warmth that the world needs. Make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace. As I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free. As I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me. Every fire begins with a spark. Let us be the spark as we awaken that light within our own being, here and now, in the silence. As we continue our journey, let us hear that still small voice within us, the call, that which demands that we look at the world and our relationships from the level of the heart. Not our mind full of judgments and fears, but only our heart. A spiritual reality, not a human one. With a mind and spirit and heart of understanding, we meet those who we have judged, those that we have kept at bay, at a deeper vibration. Oneness exists as a spiritual truth, and the healing we seek on the planet will only be found at the level of our heart. A view that transcends ignorance, behavior, and judgment. So deep speaks to deep. Love speaks to love, not to behavior, even when we can't see it. We often sing a song, "Hear me in your heart, I am calling you," as if that still small voice is calling us. But what if we were to hold that energy, "Hear me in your heart"? That's where I'm meeting you. I'm calling you out by name, by nature. Hear me in your heart, I am calling you. Listen to your heart, I am here. Hear me in your heart, I am calling you. Listen to your heart, I am here. Bring to mind that person that you have kept at bay. Bring them close, suspending your judgments. Speak to their heart, to their essence, their spirit, not their behavior. As we sing together, hear me in your heart, I am calling you. Listen to your heart, I am here. Hear me in your heart, I am calling you. Listen to your heart, I am here. Calling out your name, calling out your name, whispering your name, whispering your name. Hear me in your heart, I am calling you. Listen to your heart, I am here. Allow these words to vibrate in our next period of silence as you speak from the level of your God being, not your personality. as you love from the deepest part of who you have always been, and not from the part of you that's had an experience. As you speak from oneness and not duality to this being, this person, this light, in the silence. When the heart guides the eyes, we see differently. When the heart guides the ears, we hear differently. And suddenly that which has been withheld is easily offered. For when the heart guides our actions, and not our egos, there's just a glimmer that the oneness that we espouse can be again. The fire of unity can actually be a reality and not a pretty theory, but ours is to let the heart lead. And so with open heart, vulnerable heart, receptive heart, a leading heart, Bring that person even closer, or that group of people even closer, letting your heart lead. Letting your eyes see the face of God where you may have missed it because it was so hard to see. Look beneath the surface. Looking beneath the behavior. Either we want oneness or we don't. Either we're willing to work for harmony or we're not. You get to decide as we sing together. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. Let your heart lead. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. I invite you to be very mindful of any part of resistance of letting your heart lead, letting love lead. All the yeah buts that come through the ego and the mind. All the ifs and onlys. Love does not have if and only. Love only loves. And love is the only energy that will take us home. No matter how hard it is to love. Let every cell of your being and your essence look with understanding beneath the surface. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And for the whole world, you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And for yourself, you are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. And so in our final period of silence, allow your spirit to acknowledge that it is hard for the human self to let go, to forgive. Yet allow that spirit to hold you close, that spirit of love that beholds you as the face of love itself, the face of God itself, the face of the change that we all seek, and the healing that we all seek in the silence. And so we end our time of reflection as we began with the same poem. But perhaps taking it in with different eyes, different ears, and a different awareness. 6 humans trapped by happenstance in dark and bitter cold. Each one possessed a stick of wood, or so the stories told. Their dying fire, in need of logs, the first man held his back. For on the faces around the fire, he noticed one was black. The next man, looking across the way, saw one not of his church. He couldn't bring himself to give the fire his stick of birch. And the third one sat in tattered clothes, giving his coat a hitch. Why should his log be put to use to warm the idle rich? The rich man just sat back and thought of the wealth that he had in store and how to keep what he had earned from the lazy, shiftless poor. The black man's face bespoke revenge as the fire passed from sight. For all he saw in his stick of wood was a chance to spite the white. The last man of this forlorn group did not accept for gain, giving only to those who give. That's how he played the game. And so the logs held tight in death's still hands as proof of human sin. They didn't die from the cold without. They died from the cold within. We once again ask the question, who have I shut out of my heart? Who have I kept at bay? Am I a part of the planet that is dying of cold? Not a cold on the outside, but a cold on the inside. Or am I the first one to offer my stick of wood to warm another, regardless of their behavior? And so we end our time with affirming in song that which we know in unity, and that is oneness. I am you, you are me, we are one. Say that silently to yourself. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in our unity, we can live in harmony, and peace will come, for we are one. We are one, we are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in our unity, we can live in harmony, and peace will come, for we are one. Together we are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in our unity, we can live in harmony, and peace will come, for we are one. And invite you now, as you make your way back into an awareness of this time and space, to just join your voice again with those around you, each in our unique way of walking the planet. Some ways we understand and some we don't. It's the same song, we are one. Together, we are one. We are one. I am you, I am you, you are me. We are one. And in our unity, we can live in harmony, and peace will come, for we are one. Oneness is such an easy idea, to come into a small room with people we know and love and go, yes, we're one, we're one, we're one. Yet not so easy when we leave these doors and we go out into the world and people show up as people. But I believe the only thing that's going to save this planet and where we are right now, especially in the middle of a political year, is going to be the first one to offer our wood to warm the person that we think is an SOB. To give our piece of wood, our heart, our kind word to the person that we are shutting at bay. Because it's not working to fight that. You know, I may say it on Sunday, what was it, Martin Luther King said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth leaves us all blind and toothless. I think perhaps we can try a different way from the level of the heart. That's the challenge of the night. I thank you all for being here for the meditation. For those that are not staying, thank you for being here. There's a couple of baskets there at the door. Those of you who are leaving us online, thank you so much for joining us. This challenge goes out to each of you as well. For those that are going to stay, we're going to talk about this. This is the year of diversity at Unity North, and we're going to celebrate our unique ways showing up, and we'll begin that dialogue tonight. So go where you're going and go be safe and warm and happy. NGU is in the room there, another small group across the hall. And thanks for joining us online as well. Those in the room, we're going to bring the lights up. And we'll circle these chairs around for a small little discussion.